Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. I'm Kevin Harlan, excited to share the broadcast table tonight with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce on the sideline. Now the starting group for the visitors. Harris is out there with Evans. Then it's Sarr. Then there's Brown. And it's Boozer in at the power forward. So we have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Now Harris. Over Fears. MP, no good. Right wing. Spins. Converts after the nice spin.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Here's the three. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
MP looking solid from there.
Pass to Cooper. We're about 1 minute into the first. The quick look, no good that time. MP outside. Good on the shot. MP's got 5 points so far.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much.
Man, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
Here's Fears. Guarded by Harris. Pass to Fears. Looking to end the run. Drills it from outside. He's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Fears. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Get through. 1:58 left to play here in the first. To the wing right side. And the 3 off target. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Here's MP. The shot from the low post is good. MP's got 11 points.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 13 points in the game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Fears. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And there's the bucket from MP.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Outside, Scott. No good with the triple. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. They lead by 13. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
So with Boozer on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Wilkins. Boozer is out there with Harris. Then there's Foster. Pass to Fears. They set the pick. Here's Ward. Lets it go from deep. MP grabs the miss. And Richard, you were telling me before the game, you're a big fan of Amen Thompson.
Oh, Amen, he is an elite defender who can guard multiple positions. One of the top athletes in the league, and he is just such an instinctive playmaker.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Amen Thompson, one of the most spectacular athletes in basketball. Coach Ime Udoka said he's so fast and explosive that he has the versatility to attack any matchup. Put a big body on him, he still has his advantages. We can put him anywhere in actions, and he can get downhill. Back over to you, Kevin.
What an athlete. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Here's Harris. On the wing, Harris. There's the triple. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Pearson's shot is off.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit. Brick.
And the basket by Harris.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So it's both teams making substitutions here. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. And the action on hold, as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
Pass to Carr. Now Fears. Guarded by Harris. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. To end the run, and the jumper falls for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistent.
Pass to Carr. Oh, good on the triple. Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And MP throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And here's Carr. Off target with his 3.
Even though it didn't go down, they'll take that shot every time.
To the inside. A baseline J, and that one good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off, and that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Guys really learned this coming up. MP creating space off the dribble.
Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Fires for 3, and it's Foster with the rebound. Foster's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Harris inside. He has 30, and the layup is good. Harris has got 32 points. Shot and game clock separated by 5 to the right side. To the middle, here's Fears. The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
And here's Harris from the arc. Good on the 3-point shot. Harris has got 35 in the game.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Now Foster, still scoreless. 2 on the clock, and it's laid up and in by Harris.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Delivering the blowout. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's one-sided on the scoreboard. Also in the rebounding column, they're hammering on these guys. This is how you blow a team out.
Okay, so now let's talk. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Starting the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. Pass to Carr. Shot from the top of the key. Fierce's shot is off.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Okay, time for an injury report.
They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. And with this injury coming early, it forces the coaching staff to make some difficult decisions. It'll be interesting to see how they adjust.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
It's unfortunate but true. If you play with passion, there's sometimes pain that comes along with it. We wish him the best.
When it comes to handling business off the floor, Richard, there might be no one better at doing it than Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's definitely very active, spreading his money around over 40 ventures or so. KD clearly understands the importance of investing and how beneficial it can be long term.
Evans outside. Pass to Song. Now here is Harris from downtown. Buries the long-range jumper. MP's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
Here's Cooper. He's covered by Brown. It's stolen. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Fears, covered by Sarr. Fears' shot is off.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production. A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
27% the offense is just embarrassing themselves. Pass to Cooper. He takes it in. Here's Fears. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
And he makes that one. MP's got 47 points.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Here's Fears, covered by MP. Cooper a screen on MP. Pass to Fears. Cooper a screen on Harris. Here's Carr. His three-pointers off the mark. Gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Fears. Boozer with the rebound. Gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. They're running. Pass to Cooper. Boozer with the rebound. Boozer's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris. And another one falls. Amazing. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. Driving inside. And taken away by Brown. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pass to Cooper. Fears with it. Boozer picks him up. The 3. Good on the triple. 8 points for him.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
They swipe it. Down low. Stolen by Boozer. Harris inside. And the basket is good.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Delivering the blowout. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so the home crowd treated to a win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And now, our player of the game, MP.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Grant Hill and Tim Legler. This is Brian Anderson, and we'll have Allie LaForce reporting for us. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Sarr, and it's Brown in at the center position. And for Louisville, well, Grant, we're still early on in this new season. I imagine it can be difficult to get back into the flow of things.
You know, B.A., you're spot on. It definitely takes some time to get used to the grind of the season again. You know, between the traveling, the hotel rooms, changing time zones. But you find your flow again eventually.
Brown against MP. Pass to Rogers. Back to Brown. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Always good to see the ball go through the net early. You know there's not a lid on that thing.
High percentage look right off the bat.
Here's Rogers. Pass to Brown. hit from the elbow. On the wing, MP, defended by Brown. MP again. MP's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Over the course of his career, being able to consistently score on the inside will pay off big for MP.
And the jam by Brown.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Hits the trifecta.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
Pass to Evans. Here's MP. Fades. And that's off the glass and in. MP's got 8.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. I asked him about what could tip the balance in their favor tonight, and he said, quote, when Kristaps Porzingis is operating at a high level, it opens up their entire offense. The key for us is to keep Porzingis from having a major impact. If we can do that, it'll be our game to win. Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. Left side, Kamara. And there's the lob.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Crosses over. And the layup is up and in. He's got 13.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
A minute 35 left in the opening quarter.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Louisville shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Both teams will make substitutions. .46 seconds left now in the first quarter. Nails it from 3.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Louisville working the ball around now. Pass to Strickland. He shoots it. And again, it's Louisville missing.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Harris misses.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Pass to Strickland. Oh, they get a hand on it. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. Up 9. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They're getting a big contribution from the bench already.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
They've got MP, and it's Wilkins in at the 4-man spot. Let's go with a 3. They get the rebound. The 3. No luck on that one. All right, Grant, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. And again, it's Louisville missing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. And with this pause, a check on the stats to show you which teams led the league in assists last year.
During last season, both of these teams were just unselfish, piling up the assist.
Out left to the wing. Takes the three. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. Boy, we're seeing inspired play out of them.
And that's certainly reflected in the score.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Back to Brown from outside the arc. Drains the triple. Brown's got 8 points.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Harris's shot is good.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Brown against MP. Pass to Rogers. And here's Brown. Pounded by Harris. Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
A point-blank range. That is too easy.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. MP making his presence felt.
Well, unless the defense adjusts, I don't see any change here. He has flat out taken over this game with his scoring.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, this season new broadcasting deals are kicking in for the NBA. Commissioner Silver said we dramatically increased the number of primetime broadcast exposures to a level almost unthinkable from my early days in the league. In fact, the NBA is now set for basically nightly national broadcasts. Guys?
All right, Allie, thanks for the update.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
I got your help right.
Back to Brown. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Here's MP. Up and in on the layup. MP's got 31.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. A nice shot by MP. 1 minute left in the second. Louisville trails by 17. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And here we have the 2K leaderboard with last year's best three-point shooter. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back.
Their defense has been SOF capital T. Like, what's softer than toilet paper, Kenny?
What?
Okay, switching gears. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings thus far.
Well, I think for Louisville, they've had a great start to the season as we thought they might. They play together. They play for one another. They're well coached. This team is a team to watch for the rest of the year.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Well, he's found his rhythm out there for sure. Now let's see how the defense adjusts to him in this half.
We've got Sarr, and it's Brown in at the center position, locking down the middle. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Brown, that's good.
You know, you just love to start the second half this way. What a play call.
Well, it's nice to get a layup that can get your offense flowing.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Here's Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 18 points in the game.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
Harris down low. Brown's there. And, yep, it's good.
And I bet he wishes they could play this team every night. Things are going great out there offensively.
Pass to Kamara to the middle. And Brown with the stuff.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. And MP throws it down.
With the way he can fill it up at this age, it's scary to think how good MP might be in a few years.
Inside, and stolen by Brown. Boozer passes to Harris, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Harris has got 44. Brown against Harris, and the jam by Brown.
I'm telling you, he is doing absolutely everything he can out there. He's just not getting enough help.
Here's Harris. Yep, that one goes. Harris has got 46.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Harris against Brown. And the layup is good off the glass. Brown's got 24.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
And the basket by MP.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
.149 left to play in the third quarter. Here's Kamara. Offline with a 3.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Pass to Wilkins. Back to MP. Three-pointer. Another bucket. Wow. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
1:16 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Outside Kamara from the arc. Gotten off to an incredible start in this half. 8 of 8 from the floor. MP shot is off. For Louisville, they've got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Takes a 3. And again, it's Louisville missing. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Wilkins. Here's Foster. And here's Harris. From downtown, sinks it from distance. MP's got 54 points.
Beautiful timing on that play, and MP finishes it.
Oh, it's stolen. Fast break, here we go. Picked it. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the blowout. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, right there, he wasn't a ball stopper. He kept his eyes up and his options open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see it. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And we present the player of the game, MP.
Coming up next for Cincinnati. They are on the road and looking to make a statement win against a top opponent. A win here could turn their season around, and it all happens next. Up next. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan with me tonight. Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. And Allie LaForce is reporting on the sidelines. Here are the starters for Cincinnati. They've got Boozer. Evans out there with Harris. Then there's Brown. And it's Sarr in at the 3, the small forward. We know these two teams rack up the assists. Greg, they pride themselves on playing unselfish basketball.
Yeah, both sides preach player and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
Here's Harris. It's hauled in by Thomas. And so Thomas will bring it up for Cincinnati.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
Yeah, these non-conference matchups are a good measuring stick for a team. Taking on less familiar opponents can tell you a lot.
Popped up there for Evans. Inside. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Haynes passes to Thomas. Over to the wing. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
To the inside. Here's Haynes. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
To the paint. Here's Haynes. And Boozer with the block. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break.
Love the energy that MP plays with. His young legs let him get to the open floor and finish it.
For Cincinnati, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Back to Thomas. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And the rejection by MP. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, John Morant able to fly with the best, but he said, sometimes I get knocked out of the air and hit the floor. After the game, you may feel that, so I just pick and choose, man. Hey, 2 points is 2 points. I get it done. That's all that matters. Back to you, Kevin.
He can still get up. Allie LaForce with that report. Great job as always, Allie. Thanks.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Brown outside. Boozer passes to MP. And here's Evans. Launches a 3. Connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And while we've got this moment here, now let's take a look at last season's leaders in. Cincinnati trails by 15. On the court right now for Cincinnati. Out to the right wing. Back to Harris. Fires from deep. Wilkins pulls it in. Here's Foster. Good, and the nice assist from Wilkins. Foster's got his first 3 points of the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's a chance to see the numbers for Boozer. Great showing for him last season. And he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And you know, back to his tremendous efficiency shooting last season, top 10 in the league, his dead-eye shooting creates so many opportunities for that offense. For three, Harris up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the result.
Now we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. And the layup's good off the glass. Harris has got 12.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Harris against Harris. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Here's Harris. Plays it up and banks it in. He's got 14.
Yeah, and let me tell you guys, I've seen a lot of great players come up in this league. MP is as focused on winning as they come.
Up and in on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
And it's good. 2 points.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So both teams making some changes here. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati to the middle. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first half.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Thomas against Harris. And the basket by Thomas.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfectly.
Gotten all of their first 6 shots to go in here in the second. What a quarter so far. Here's MP. From down in the low post, it goes. Harris has got 18 points in the game.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
To the paint, here's Haynes. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Going to superb 7 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Harris. Gets number 9 to fall. He's only taken 10 shots.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
From deep, Thomas. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No dice from the high post.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Harris setting the pick for Song. Jacks up a 3. And again, MP. Harris has got 23 points.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. 3rd of the game so far.
From deep. And it's MP with the rebound. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Delivering the blowout. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back.
Poor communication right now. They've been out of sync offensively, and you can feel the frustration building.
Man, they've been...
And now, fellas, it's time to go to one of our favorite segments. It's the Power Rankings.
When I look at Cincinnati, they do not look good.
They seem to be going from bad to worse.
That's right.
And it's no surprise to see them fall down the rankings as they have.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. We've seen a tremendous game from Harris.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. They've got Evans, Brown out there with Boozer. Then it's Sarr, and it's Harris in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Down low, here's Thomas. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's MP, and such a nice move to make the basket work. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
And when lots of guys are overlooking the mid-range, it's nice to see MP featuring it in his game.
To the right side. Back to Thomas. And he lobs it up toward the rim. No good that time.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, that just comes down to the timing being off between those two guys.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And there's the drive. It's good. Thomas got 8 points.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Saw the pass to Evans. Harris inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Evans.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. He doesn't hit that one. Good defense by MP. And it's blocked. There's 1:59 left here in the third quarter. It's Thomas on the wing. Covered by Sarr. Back to Thomas. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Haynes. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Thomas inside, covered by MP. With this break, let's show you the teams that led the league in assists last year.
Well, last year they were an excellent passing team. They want that to continue into this year.
Cincinnati shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. 55 seconds left to play here in the third. And MP throws it down.
Look at MP getting slick with it. That's a great move to have at the ready.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Pass to Miller. And Thomas now, top of the key. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Count that one. MP's got 35 in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And here is Thomas. He's got 9.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey! Yeah, this is my life, my strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you